Welcome back to LNTV News Live. A 3-week state of emergency has been declared due to the spread of the coronavirus in Liberia by Liberian President George Weah. In line with the Constitution, the National Legislature is expected to convene in a joint session today, that's Thursday, April 9, to discuss the possibility to endorse the decision in a joint resolution. President Weah made the declaration during a nationwide address from his residence in Painesville.
Fellow citizens, the global epidemic is killing thousands of people around the world. It knows no borders, and there is yet no vaccination or cure. The global spread of this virus represents the greatest threat to the health and well-being of the people of Liberia since the Ebola epidemic suffered by our country from 2014 to 2016. It has already arrived in Liberia, and confirmed cases are now on the rise. Therefore, by the authority granted to me under Article 85, 86, 87, and 88 of the Liberian Constitution, and after due consultation with the Speaker of the House of Representatives and the President pro tempore of the Liberian Senate, as required by law, I, George Weah, President of the Republic of Liberia, hereby declare a state of emergency to exist in and throughout the Republic of Liberia for a period of 3 weeks, renewable until the threat to Liberia from the COVID-19 virus no longer exists. I further announce under this state of emergency that all 15 counties in the Republic of Liberia are hereby quarantined from 11:59 p.m. on Friday, April 10, 2020 until further notice.
Meanwhile, President Weah has named essential businesses and government offices that will remain functional during the state of emergency, which takes effect this Friday, April 10.
The Ministry of Internal Affairs is hereby instructed to engage the leaders of the various marketing associations in counties under the stay-at-home order to make satisfactory arrangements about the operations of markets during this period, so as to ensure the observance of social distance and enhance hygiene protocols. In all other counties not under this stay-at-home order, residents are to stay within their respective local communities until otherwise ordered. I have ordered the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia and the Chairman of the National Joint Security to enforce this stay-home policy beginning as of the effective date. Further measures will be imposed from time to time under this state of emergency. Fellow Liberians, I want to encourage Liberians and foreign residents to abide by these measures even under the most difficult circumstances.
At the same time, Information Minister Eugene Nangbe said the state of emergency declared by the president is the best option to address the current situation in the country. Minister Nangbe now explains some details about the president's pronouncement.
Well, the main thrust of Mr. President's speech was the declaration of a state of emergency due to the severity of the problems we have on hand regarding our fight against the deadly coronavirus disease. Mr. President declared the state of emergency beginning midnight, Friday, April 10, 2020, because all of the efforts that we are applying and all of the advice from the experts point to social distancing as the solution. So for us to break this chain, for us to cut the expansion and the spread of the virus in our communities, we have to stay home. The population has to stay home. So the declaration of the state of emergency by Mr. President and the imposition of a 14-day quarantine in 4 counties. Now, all counties are quarantined, but in Montserrado, Margibi as 1 unit, Nimba and Grand Cru, these are where we have incidences of cases of coronavirus. In those counties, there is a stay-home mandate in those 4 counties. But all of the counties in Liberia are quarantined, meaning there are no movements between counties and amongst counties. But it is in those 4 counties, Montserrado, Margibi as 1 unit, Nimba and Grand Cru, those are the 4 counties that will have incidences of coronavirus.
Now, the rate of infection for coronavirus has risen rapidly in Liberia, with the country recording 17 new cases and 1 death over the last 24 hours. This means Liberia now has recorded 31 confirmed cases, including 3 recoveries and 4 deaths. Liberia's Health Minister, Dr. Wedemina Jala, confirmed the latest figures and the affected communities in an ELBC interview on Wednesday.
We're not going to stop you from wearing your mask. Just keep that mask clean for yourself. Don't wear it on top of your head like sunshade or under your chin like a beard. You know, so social distancing, washing your hands, stay home as much as possible. During the time that the president has spoken about, we encourage you to keep your children at home and keep yourself safe. We'll be checking for all those who are possible carrier. This is the only way that we can put this COVID-19 to rest.
Lastly, before you go, can you please do a recap of those communities that are affected for our listening audience?
Okay, so let me go again. In Nimba, there's 1 case. 7 cases, Sinker, Effie, Matadi Belt. 2 cases in Barnersville. 2 cases in Broadville. 2 cases from the Dupo Road area. 1 case from GSA Road. 1 case from Logan Town. 2 cases from Mamam Point. 1 case from New Georgia. 4 cases from the Old Road. 1 case from Red Light. 1 case from Rehab. 1 case from West Point. 1 case from ELWA. 1 case from Vitan.
At the same time, Minister Jala is urging Liberians to make use of ambulance services for other medical conditions during this COVID-19 emergency.
We noticed that people are afraid of the ambulances, and all of the ambulances that we have are not used for COVID-19. So what we are going to do, we are going to mark the COVID-19 ambulances that we are using in a response, so that the other ambulances will have no COVID-19 on it. Please, citizens, do not be afraid. If you need an ambulance, we don't want a pregnant woman to deliver on the street or to die because she's afraid to ride in the ambulance. The ambulance that will be marked with COVID-19 sticker on it, those are the ambulances that we're using for the response. The other ambulances will not be marked, so you can safely use them and not worry. In terms of the symptom, remember now, some people will show no symptom. You will not look at somebody and say, oh, this person have coronavirus. So it's not rating across anybody's face. So anybody is a suspect of coronavirus. But some people will present with a dry cough. Some people will present with a fever. So for example, if you have a fever and you have flu-like symptoms, like you feel like you got malaria or you have typhoid, and you go to the first clinic and they gave you malaria and typhoid medicine and you did not get well, don't go to another facility. Try to get to the sports complex and do your corona test.
House Speaker Dr. Buffer Chimas wants lawmakers to extend helping hand to their constituents during this crucial health crisis. Dr. Chimas said such assistance will help communities overcome the challenges associated with the COVID-19 health emergency. He spoke at a late evening press conference Tuesday in Monrovia.
Liberia is at a crossroads, and we are the ones that can give a proper direction. Our people depend on us, so we got to work constructively with the executive to ensure that that which could otherwise elude our people, the case may not be that way. So I want to thank you all for joining us to inform our people briefly to wash their hands with running water and soap, to adhere to the social distancing rules of at least 6 feet, to avoid the outdoors, not to go out only when necessary, to keep informed and to be calm, to pay attention to our families, to our kids and to the elderly, be law-abiding. With that, I think we all can be on the wagon of success. We made it clear the rules set by the relevant functionary to rid this country of corona. We feel that the measures should be taken. We also depend on our colleagues to give direction to their constituents, to address and listen to the sympathetic complaints of our people and be able to address those complaints that may be fit.
Well, if you just joined us, a reminder that you're watching LNTV News live here on LNTV. My name is Jab Davis, and stories we're following on the program this morning. President George Weah declares state of emergency beginning this Friday, April 10. Liberian health authorities report 17 new cases of coronavirus in just 24 hours. Liberia Business Association wants commercial banks relax interest on loans to local businesses during this COVID-19 emergency. And away from home, African leaders have backed the head of WHO after he was heavily criticized by U.S. President Donald Trump. Still ahead are more developments on the program. Keep tuned, we take this break and be right back. Welcome back to LNTV News Live. The current coronavirus outbreak is no doubt creating serious challenge for businesses as many are witnessing drop in their sales. It is obvious that many businesses are operating on loans from the banks. Now, as the health crisis continues, the president of the Liberia Business Association, James Strutter, wants government through the central bank ensure commercial banks put up a hold on calculating interest on loans given to businesses.
And you see the issue of loan, whether you sleep whole day, the interest will accrue because it's like running a computer system on a daily basis. Not waiting for you. So you need to fight to catch up with that loan. So we are also appealing to the government in that direction with the central bank directly, who deals directly with the local banks, to be able to see that from March 1st up to the time that the virus will leave our land, to put a stop to the loan running interest. The Ebola time, before Ebola, the government of Liberia during Madam Salih time made through how they call it, May June, made $5 million US to the Liberian businesses, which of course people, the money was sent through the local banks. And people went to acquire the money to do business. Just within that time, while people were receiving the money, Ebola hit the city. And now people could not go to market. People could not do it. Some people ate their principal, their profit, everything. Today, some do not even have the capital to even start business. And today, the loans have grown interest. There was some publication made by Mail June at that time, or Natalia Petrie, that loan that have this, they should do adjustment. Said there was no adjustment made on the loan. The reality remains that the interest accrued to the point that some of them cannot see themselves paying that money, and some of them escaping and changing their name.
National Fisheries and Aquaculture Authority Director General Emma Glasgow has lauded communities in the fight against illegal fishing on the territorial waters of Liberia. Madam Glasgow made the statement in an LNTV interview via mobile after NAFA recently seized an illegal Ivorian fishing boat in Grand Cru County.
We have a lot of the illegal fishermen coming from Ivory Coast, Sierra Leone, and Ghana, especially in the southeast, where we have our southeast area is very rich in marine resources. We have abundant fish stocks in that area. And you also like to inform me that within the sub-region, like you still have the healthier stock because of the management measures that have been put into place, and so we don't have a lot of overfishing in our water. So other waters that have been overfished, they now come to our country illegally to steal our fish. But I mean, I can tell you for sure that we are putting a lot of security measures in place. We have a patrol vessel that is operated and manned by the Coast Guard, working with the Fisheries Authority and the immigration patrol our waters. We do at least 3 times a week patrol. We patrol our marine waters and the coastal body.
The commercial hub of Red Light in Painesville hosts one of Liberia's busiest markets where huge business transactions are taking place daily. In the midst of the health crisis, the Red Light market is still congested with controversies among market associations concerning membership of sellers defying the health protocols on social distancing in the area. The president of Petty Traders, Charles Conan, said the group is making effort to ensure the area is decongested.
And the issue of the decongestion, that is the reason why we are very engaged in the mayor in the past and up to present with the establishment of the Omega market, where you can have some of the marketers from the street that can be relocated. Of the vendor, we keep talking to them to remain calm because we cannot really fight government. We are engaging government continuously with the local government, especially with the PCC, to see our best. First, what we started before the intensity of this virus, it was to do the database of all the vendors in Red Light. Or Red Light will come down to ELW Junction. We have another branch established also. So it is a collective database present and presented to the PCC to know our best to know the total membership that we have in Red Light. But like the issue of street vendors, or street vending, or street peddlers, you cannot, because the informal sectors comprise almost 60% of the population right now we have. And you don't have to go through any formality to become sellers like right here. So the issue of people coming to the street every day, I mean, it is because they have to sustain their livelihood through selling. So in doing so, we keep telling government to fund us because the issue of space in town is a serious problem, especially even the Red Light belt. And Red Light is connecting almost half of the country to that of Monserrado. And that has to do with the west, central Liberia, I mean, some part of even the east. So it is a serious problem. So what can we do? It is to see our best to work along with the government to decongest our area.
The Liberia Broadcasting System, LBS, has benefited from the donation of 2 hand washing machines to promote adherence to preventive measures at the institution. The donation was made by First Responders Liberia in collaboration with the Office of Monserrado County Senator Sir Joseph. The Secretary General of First Responders Liberia, Sam Walker, made the presentation to Liberia's broadcasting system on Wednesday in Painesville.
This is First Responder Liberia in collaboration with Honorable Sir Joseph, the Senior Senator of Monserrado County, We've been carrying these things around since the outbreak of this pandemic. We have done this to many government institutions, health facilities. And, today we're instructed to come here to bring these 2 buckets. So together I think we can do this. This is first responder Liberia, but of no politics. It has no resemblance of political institutions. So we have come on behalf of our institution to make this presentation. So thank you. Together we can fight this pandemic disease.
While receiving the donation, the Human Resource Director of the Liberia Broadcasting System, Washington Blackie, thanked the organization for the gesture, noting it will further strengthen the LBS capacity to prevent the virus.
Broadcasting System appreciate this. As a matter of fact, we are all fighting it together. So please tell the first response group we appreciate the donation. We're going to use it for the intended purpose so that our people will be safe. Thank you so much.
Now away from Liberia, South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa has called the World Health Organization, the WHO, and its head, Tedros Ghebreyesus, exceptional after they were criticized by the U.S. President Donald Trump. Mr. Trump tweeted on Tuesday that the WHO was very China-centric, yet it is largely funded by the United States. He warned that he would stop funding to the Global Health Organization. Mr. Ramaphosa tweeted that the leadership of Dr. Tedros, who is from Ethiopia, during the COVID-19 pandemic was incalculable. Earlier, AU Commissioner Chairperson Musa Faki Mahamat had demanded that the WHO chief that the position was backed by Rwanda. President Paul Kagame and Namibia's president also praised the WHO and its leader. On that note, that's how we end this edition of LNTV News Live here on LNTV. Before we leave, these are stories we follow on the program. President George Weah declares state of emergency beginning this Friday, April 10. Liberian health authorities report 17 new cases of coronavirus in just 24 hours. Liberia Business Association wants commercial banks relax interest on loans to local businesses during this COVID-19 emergency. And away from home, African leaders have backed the head of WHO after he was heavily criticized by U.S. President Donald Trump. Join us at 8 for another edition of the program. On behalf of the entire news team here at LNTV, my name is Chap Davis, wishing you a pleasant good morning. Stay safe and keep healthy.
mama, your papa, brother and sister. Let's stand together to fight this deadly disease now. Walk on the wall we live in, for the uncertainty, no security, everything is possible. It could be your mother, your father, even your sister. Let's stand together to fight this deadly disease now. From Asia to Europe, Corona. From Europe to America, Corona. America to Africa, Corona. Take precaution. Corona. You see, it could be your mama, Corona. Your brother, sister, or father. Corona. Let's stand together, Corona. Mama Liberia, Corona. God bless Mama Liberia and the rest of the world. Oh Lord, have mercy. Together to fight Corona. Divine country, we must arise. Let's stand together to fight Corona. Lord, have mercy. Amen. 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 Let's fight Corona. Lord, have mercy. Amen. 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 Let's fight Corona. Lord, have mercy. Coronavirus spreads via droplets. When the person coughs or sneezes, the droplets land on surfaces and are picked up on the hands of others and spread further. People catch the virus when they touch their infected hands to their mouth, nose, or eyes. It follows that the single most important thing you can do to protect yourself is keep your hands clean by washing them frequently with soap and water or hand sanitizer. What is the incubation period of COVID-19? It appears that symptoms are showing up in people within 14 days of exposure to the virus. What are the symptoms of COVID-19? COVID-19 symptoms include cough, fever, shortness of breath. In rare cases, COVID-19 can lead to severe respiratory problem, kidney failure, or death. If you have a fever or any kind of respiratory difficulty, such as coughing and shortness of breath, call your doctor. Coronavirus is real, but together we can fight it. Asia to Europe, from Europe to America, America to Africa. Take precaution. Be safe. It could be your mama, your brother, sister, or father. Let's stand together, Mama Liberia. Let's stand together for coronavirus. God bless Africa and the rest of the world. We as Project.
We know all that the situation with the coronavirus is a very serious one, and we need to put health first. There are 5 key tactics to tackle the coronavirus, and I urge you all to follow with discipline at all times these 5 key tactics.
Todo comienza con tus manos. Por favor, lávate las manos frecuentemente y, si es posible, con una solución de alcohol.
With your elbows bent, please cover your nose and mouth if you sneeze or cough. If using tissues, dispose of them immediately.
Pour le visage, évitez de toucher les yeux, le nez et la bouche. Cela peut empêcher le virus de rentrer dans votre organisme.
In terms of social interaction, take a step back. Stay 1 meter distance minimum from everyone that coughs or sneezes.
If you feel unwell, stay home. In some countries, isolation might be advisable for healthy persons too. Please follow all instructions from your local health authority.
So please keep yourself informed at all times, follow these recommendations, and support the WHO in their efforts to tackle coronavirus. Together, we will win this difficult match.
The management team, the team of experts from the Ministry of Health, the whole technical ministerial working members of the legislature, the different health committee, Dr. Kuma, the rest of the guys who begin to work to ensure that we develop the roadmap, the political will, and the plan that will lead us home. And I think as we do so, WASH has one of the pillars that they're going to deal with. Of course, that has to do with the whole issue of WASH, sanitation and hygiene and all of that. And of course, there are other preventive aspects that other health people are going to look at. But by and large, I think we as a government, if you go down to places, you see the precautionary measures is now being enforced. People are being made to wash their hands, and people are now building the momentum. And I'm sure Liberia being a country of resilience, I have no doubt that will overcome.
Medical masks like this one cannot protect against the new coronavirus when used alone. When you wear them, you must combine with hand hygiene and other preventive measures. WHO only recommends the use of masks in specific cases. If you have cough, fever, and difficulty breathing, you should wear a mask and seek medical care. If you do not have these symptoms, you do not have to wear masks, because there is no evidence that they protect people who are not sick. However, if you are healthy, but you are taking care of a person who may be infected with the new coronavirus, then you should wear a mask whenever you are in the same room with that person. And remember, if you choose to wear a mask, use it and discard it properly, and clean your hands with alcohol hand rub or soap and water. For more information on mask use, other preventive measures, and the new coronavirus, check WHO website at who.int. Thank you.
Must all rise. Let's stand together to fight Corona. Everything is possible. It could be your mama, papa, brother and sister, let's stand together to fight this deadly disease now. Walk on the wall we're living, for the uncertainty, no security, everything is possible. It could be your mother, your father, even your sister. Let's stand together to fight this deadly disease now. From Asia to Europe, from Europe to America, America to Africa. Take precaution. Be safe. It could be your mama, your brother, sister, or father. Let's stand together. Mama Liberia. God bless Mama Liberia and the rest of the world. Lord, have mercy. Together to fight corona. Divine country. We must arise. Let's stand together to fight corona. Lord, have mercy. Amen. 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 Let's fight corona. Lord, have mercy. Amen. 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 Let's fight corona. Lord, have mercy. Coronavirus spreads via droplets. When the person coughs or sneezes, the droplets land on surfaces and are picked up on the hands of others and spread further. People catch the virus when they touch their infected hands to their mouth, nose, or eyes. It follows that the single most important thing you can do to protect yourself is keep your hands clean by washing them frequently with soap and water or hand sanitizer. What is the incubation period of COVID-19? It is clear that symptoms are showing up in people within 14 days of exposure to the virus. What are the symptoms of COVID-19? COVID-19 symptoms include cough, fever, shortness of breath. In rare cases, COVID-19 can lead to severe respiratory problem, kidney failure, or death. If you have a fever or any kind of respiratory difficulty, such as coughing and shortness of breath, call your doctor. Coronavirus is real, but together we can fight it. From Asia to Europe, from Europe to America, America to Africa. Take precaution. Be safe. It could be your mama, brother, sister, or father. Let's stand together. Mama Liberia. Lord, have mercy. Together to fight corona. Divine country. We must arise. Let's stand together to fight corona. Corona is the lead. Amen. 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 People, corona. Corona is the lead. Amen. 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 Let's fight corona. We must arise. Lord, have mercy. Together to fight corona. Divine country. We must arise. Let's stand together to fight corona. Corona is the lead. Amen. 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 People, corona. Corona is the lead. Amen. 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 Let's fight corona. Piano boy fingers. Fellow Liberians, let's stand together to fight coronavirus. God bless.
Introducing Royal Butter Bread. Delicious, nutritious, ideal for your health and vitality. Carefully prepared under hygienic conditions. A Royal Butter Bread is bromate-free, lasting longer than any other bread. Royal Butter Bread is produced by Hope Bakery Liberia Incorporated, producer of the best family choices in town. The Royal Butter Slice Bread, Royal Butter Round Bread, Royal Wheat Bread, and you name it. Hope Bakery Liberia Incorporated is located on AB Tubber Road in Pinsville. For wholesale supply, contact them on 0775 522 030 or 0880 343 873. Hope Bakery Liberia Incorporated, the King Bread Maker.
Begin at tunesliberia.com.
National Toiletries Incorporated, Liberia-owned and reliable toiletries company, specialized in advanced quality toiletries assorted products such as Kumba tissue, Kumba baby pimples, Kumba napkins, Kumba paper towel, and Kumba Chlora. At National Toiletries Incorporated, we also have Gulf LC.